Welcome to Make Something with me, David Picciuto, and today I'm going to show you 10 different ways to make butt joints. 10. Check it. A butt joint is basically taking one piece of wood and button it up against another. If you only add glue to this, this is not a very strong joint because this is end grain. The end grain soaks in the glue, and this will eventually break, especially as wood expands and contracts. So, without further ado, let's get started. 1, glue and nails. So I'm gonna throw a little glue on here, butt it up against that. Not the strongest or the prettiest joint in the world, but it will get the job done. Number 2, screws and plugs. Special type of drill bit that drills a pilot hole and then counterbores the top for a plug. Over here at the drill press, I have a plug cutter that's going to cover up those holes. Then you throw a little glue in there. You want to match the grain. And then you pound them in. Three, pocket holes. Number 4, biscuits. Draw a little line there. Now that we got the 2 biscuit holes cut, fill that with gravy. Throw a biscuit in there. Number 5, domino, which is just like the biscuit, but uses a different machine. So once again, we'll make our mark. This uses a loose tenon, otherwise known as a domino. And this works just like the biscuit joiner. Tap in the domino. Throw some clamps on there. Number 5. Number 6, dowels. I'm just gonna clamp this up and we will drill a couple holes in there. Seven is a lot like 6, except you don't see the dowels. Number 8, spline. Before I show you my last two and favorite methods, I'd like to tell you about my favorite all-in-one platform to build an online presence. When I first got started in woodworking, I used my website to document my progress, and now I use my website to share that knowledge with you and sell both digital and physical products. So whether or not you need a website for personal or business use, Squarespace is the solution. You know that I am all about beautiful design, and their templates are absolutely gorgeous and perfect for showing off your projects. And your website will reformat itself to look great on any device. So if you're out and about and you meet a potential customer and you want to show off your woodworking on your phone, the images will resize to take advantage of the screen size. That is called responsive design, and that used to be a hard thing to do. I know because I used to be a web developer. Squarespace takes all of that out of the equation. You don't even have to think about it. You can easily import content from your favorite social media sites or auto post to places like Facebook and Twitter. This makes your website and your social media work together to show off your woodworking. All of my sites have been Squarespace sites for years, including makesomething.com and makingitpodcast.com. That's because I really do love the service. It just makes my life so much easier. Check out squarespace.com for a free trial, and when you're ready to launch, visit squarespace.com/makesomething for 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Thank you, Squarespace. Now let's get back to talking about butt joints. Number 9, technically not a butt joint, but it's going to be pretty. We're going to do a mitered spline. And finally, number 10, the hidden mitered spline. Magnet. That is 10 ways. We didn't use any clamps, so some of them aren't pretty, but we spent a little bit more time on there. They would look just fine. The basic one, nails, that would work. If you're just making a simple box to hold stuff in, that would work just fine. The prettiest ones are the ones with the splines, the mitered splines. There are actually a ton of other ways to make butt joints that we didn't even explore. You could do a loose, or what did you call it, Dan? Floating, a loose or floating tenon. You could do some sort of half lap. You could do some rabbits in there. This is just a quick way to butt joint 2 pieces of wood. I hope you got something out of that. If you're new here, we put out new woodworking videos every single Friday. Last week, we made these solid wood pencils and gift boxes to go with them. You might want to check that out. Next week, who knows what we're gonna do next week? Dan, do you know? Dan knows, I don't know. I'll talk to Dan after we shut the camera off. That is it, folks. We'll see you next Friday with a brand new project. As always, be safe, have fun, stay passionate, and Dan, make